That's what I'm using, Joss. I'm using the despoiler for the ordnance. See, we've got the Chaos Bombers, the assault boats, and fighters. We're good. We know what we're... Oh, this is Orks. Orks are really hard to beat with this fleet. Yeah, beating Orks with this fleet requires a ridiculous amount of microing. And hoping that the Ork doesn't use Brace for Impact. But most Ork players at this point know. $10,000 cultists versus 10,000 guard. Yeah, that's true. 10,000 cultists versus 10,000 guards, not a bad fight. Yeah, that's a valid point. The demonettes are pretty they're pretty terrifying. 10 million? Yeah, that sounds about right. Is usually what it comes down to. Because chaos spreads ridiculously quickly, from my understanding of it.
Ready eternally.
$10,000 cultists versus 5 Space Marines. Well, it depends on the Marines that we're talking about and what weaponry they have. Especially Slaanesh, yeah, you're not kidding. Yeah, that's also a valid point. There's a lot of guard and a lot of cultists. I'm generally thinking in the direction of Khorne because what is my name exactly? I don't know anything about Genestealer cults. I didn't know Genestealer cults were a thing until like a month and a half ago. But I haven't read anything about them, so I don't know what they are. Oh, I forgot to spawn fighters. Yeah, that's fair.
For the dark gods.
Genestealer call equals call the Order of Xenos and wait for Deathwatch. Sounds about right. Yeah, if it's Ultramarines, they beat the 10k in 5 minutes. Exactly. GG Matt Ward. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not saying anything wrong. No, definitely not saying anything bad about the first Armageddon War, that's for sure.
We have sighted an enemy ship. Brace! The dark gods will taste your soul.
See, this guy has already made a fatal mistake, and that mistake is that he hasn't used Brace for Impact yet. And if he doesn't use Brace for Impact, then we win this engagement. We'll suffer losses this engagement, but as long as he doesn't use Brace for Impact, oh, he finally did. But yeah, that's what I was saying, is like, as long as oh my god. Hold on, I'll have to read that wall of text in a way.
We've lost one of our line ships.
Zubu, do you not know what the Smurfs are? Okay, His Hairiness, calm down with the walls of text, man. I appreciate the information, but seriously, calm down.
Show us something to kill.
I'm actually, yeah.
Malfunction. For the dark gods.
Good. This was well played. This is where I said, as long as the orc player doesn't use Brace for Impact, you can chalk it up to a win. Gene stealers work by impregnating the host species, most commonly humans, with their genetic markers. It's generational. First-gen hybrids are monstrous combinations of stealer and human, with the hunched bodies and 3 arms, tipped with stealer claws. As generations breed more with the host species, the hybrids look more progressively human until 4th generation, who could pass for humans easily. 5th generation breeds a